Hello, I'm Lara Koçarsan and this is Newsfeed, your dose of what people are talking about online. US President Donald Trump launched his visa scheme this week. A cool meal could buy you a golden visa. And if you got $5 million, a platinum visa that exempts you from taxes is coming soon. The $1 million will go towards the US Treasury as a donation, and the scheme promises US residency in record time. Companies will have to pay $2 million to sponsor foreign workers. The Trump Gold Card, as it's called, will be awarded to those who can provide substantial benefit to the US.
You millionaires can now get a green card. It's live. You and your family are going to get green cards on an expedited basis. Here's the details. Go to trumpcard.gov. Fill out the online form. Pay a non-refundable filing fee of $15,000 for yourself plus each family member. You as a single is $15,000. You a spouse and 2 kids? 15 times 4, $60,000. Pay the fee, get a receipt. It's non-refundable. This is the filing fee before you even pay the $1 million. You then have to fill out a new immigration form, an I-140G, and you have to document your source of funds. Prove you earned this money legally. You got the $1 million in cash ready to go. And they're gonna have you trace that money back, that $1 million, to how you got it. Each bank transfer, how you earn this money. And then you got all the information about your spouse and children. That's even a longer form. Everybody in the family is going for biometrics. You're gonna have your fingerprints done. They're gonna take pictures of your eyeballs. And if they say you and your family are good people, you get approved. Who's bad people? Drug traffickers, terrorists, people who earn their money illegally.
You know, the Trump Gold Card is a card that gives people exclusive access to permanent U.S. residency. Although, obviously, permanent U.S. residency means just permanent until the Trump administration arbitrarily decides to take it away, as many permanent residents in the United States have realized as the Trump administration has stripped them of their permanent residency. We know Mahmoud Khalil is one of the examples of this.
He's referring to the pro-Palestinian activist and permanent US citizen Mahmoud Khalil, who was deported from America. There is also concern that the scheme will make decisions based on the Trump administration's discretion. And it's come under fire for favoring the wealthy and going against America's traditional reputation as a refuge for the hardworking poor. The Buy Your Stay scheme comes as Washington intensifies its immigration crackdown, raising work visa fees and deporting undocumented migrants. In recent days, Trump has taken on the Somali community in Minnesota. He has called them garbage and says he doesn't want them in the US. From Mogadishu to Minneapolis, Somalis have rejected Trump's remarks, and they have hit back using social media and artificial intelligence to create parodies, positioning themselves as the new chosen people.
David made it our capital 3,000 years ago. The Palestinians were here thousands of years ago is ridiculous. Anybody you can actually Google this.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay?
Minnesota was actually promised to Somalis 3,000 years ago.
Minnesota was promised to us 5,000 years ago, a land of opportunity and heritage.
The Bible states that the land of Minnesota was promised to Abdi as-Salam and all of his descendants. In Genesis 12 to 1 through 7, God calls to Abdi as-Salam to take his wife, Halimo, and travel to the land of Minnesota.
3,000 years ago, the Somalinos landed in a land of lakes and hills, untouched by humans.
A land of endless snow, where even tea feared the cold. Here, the wind writes poetry on frozen lakes, and pride rises as quickly as the goose takes.
And so, the Somalianos claimed this frozen kingdom as their promised land, long before winter jackets were invented.
Hell no. Come on, wait. To the no, no, no. Come on, come on. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Come on. Hell no, no. To the no, no. To the no, 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 no. To the no, no. To the no, no.
As an American Minnesota citizen, I feel like that two-state solution for Somalis is completely unfair. And to be honest, it's a bit anti-Somali-tic. Because if we're being real, we should just take the Americans like myself and throw us on the West Coast, like on a tiny strip of land, you feel me? And give the United States of Somalia to the right people. And before a nigga gets in my comments saying, no, I'm not getting paid by SAPAC this.
North was frozen, empty, unforgiving. But 3 centuries ago, our mothers and fathers followed a promise across the ocean. Somali hands opening a new map. Somali hearts reading the sky. Here they found a land of rivers and stars. They named it the way the wind whispered, Minnesota.
Nobody told me Somalis were this funny. Like, where have you guys been my whole life?
If you're a tourist hoping to travel to the US, things are going to get even trickier. Prospective visitors will now be expected to share 5 years' worth of social media posts in their visa applications. And this also applies to nationals from 42 countries that are currently exempt from visas.
The major change here is that if you're applying on ESTA or visa waiver, you may now have to provide 5 years of social media history. So that's things like, what is your ad on TikTok? What is your ad on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever other social media you use, you might need to provide that going forward if you're traveling from one of these ESTA visa waiver countries. And so this is a major change for those people. And it really shows the administration's clampdown on all immigration and all travel to the US from foreign nationals.
If you're entering the US, you have to show your social media. What exactly they're looking for? I'm sure they would say extremism and all that kind of stuff. But really what they mean by extremism nowadays is people that critique Israel, and I guess if you're critical Trump as well. So the US is now entering a state where Trump is now the kingly figure, where the entire state is subservient to him. And even any mild critique or even severe critique of him, which should be allowed because he's literally president, they're now saying that's his grounds for you not being able to visit their country.
In the UK, the Centre for Media Monitoring says GB News mentioned Muslims or Islam more than 17,000 times in a mostly negative and provocative way. And it didn't stop there. A recent legal case found the channel falsely linked the UK's biggest Muslim charity, Islamic Relief, to terrorism. GB News was made to apologize and pay damages.
Islam.
The Muslim.
Islam. Muslim.
Islam. Imagine a TV channel that keeps talking about one community. That's GB News.
Welcome to Woke Britain, where Islam is at the top of the league and Christianity is in the relegation zone.
And watchdogs say it's not just reporting, it's pushing a narrative.
Everywhere Islam touches a non-Islamic civilization of any kind, there's violence.
The Center for Media Monitoring found GB News mentioned Muslims or Islam 17,000 times in just 2 years. And now they falsely linked the UK's largest Muslim charity, the Islamic Relief, to terrorism.
We accept that the allegation that Islamic Relief had funded terrorist groups is untrue. Islamic Relief has stated that it does not promote or support extremism of any kind and that it is purely a humanitarian organisation. We apologise to Islamic Relief.
Critics say this wasn't just a mistake, it's part of a pattern.
You know, the UK, we are not a Muslim country. There are approximately 50 Muslim countries, and those that want to uphold their faith, they should simply remigrate back to those countries.
GB News paints Muslims as radical, dangerous outsiders in their own country.
Is Islam compatible with Britain? Well, 53% of the British public, according to a recent poll published in The Telegraph, do not seem to think so.
The channel claims it's about free speech, but when fear and suspicion dominate your headlines, who really pays the price?
A McDonald's ad in the Netherlands has gone viral for all the wrong reasons. The fast food giant released a video called The Most Terrible of the Year, showing everything that can go wrong at Christmas. It was clearly labeled as AI-generated, but the backlash was immense. So huge that McDonald's pulled the ad from YouTube.
Within 72 hours, McDonald's has released a horrible AI-generated ad, was bullied for said AI-generated ad, disabled comments on terrible AI-generated ad, and removed terrible AI-generated ad. It was a terrible ad objectively. Like, even if they didn't use AI for it, if a human being came up with this idea, they would be laughed out of the marketing room.
The studio that did it came out at the same time that it was released to say they hardly slept for several weeks while writing the AI prompts and refining the shots. AI didn't make the film, we did. So if you're spending that much time, what is the difference over hiring real actors and a real crew and just filming it yourself? I just am so over this. I don't even want to show a clip, but some of it is just so AI slop that it is very easy to tell. It's not seamless. It looks like it was computer generated, so I don't understand why huge corporations are yup, we can send this out. Consumers are not dumb. And we're also kind of in this age of, especially in art, not wanting it to be taken over by a computer.
And now you want us to praise you for taking jobs away from those passionate people because you lost sleep writing AI prompts? Get out of here.
So when you AI generate an entire Christmas ad, Christmas, by the way, is a crazy time to like trial this because people are wanting genuine connection.
And bullying works, and we should bully everyone who uses AI and tries to normalize AI and replacement of arts and humanities.
Christmas is just around the corner, but holiday decorations don't exactly look traditional anymore. You can now buy baubles shaped like coffee machines, puffer jackets, air fryers, Stanley cups, Ugg boots, and an Ozempic pen or a syringe of Botox. It's all part of the trend-chasing, hyper-online version of Christmas, where even your tree has to keep up with the cultural moment. We'll leave you with some of the most bizarre decorations money can buy this year.
Cotton candy is a must. Absolutely love these as well, but they just don't match our theme, but they're so cute. The lava lamp would have been adorable if we did a blue theme, but once again, doesn't match.
Arguably, Christmas is not complete without butter. And obviously to accompany it, we need a French baguette. Maybe you need some caviar to accompany your bread and butter. And would it even be Christmas without some toxic positivity and a large spoonful of diet culture? What in the Thomas the Tank Engine is this? The Christmas zebra. Inspirational messages on the toilet roll.